Oh, just getting in the mood. Welcome to Karen Sizzle and Spice. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm making granola bars, and you can't even compare these to what you buy in the store in a box. You'll never go back to buying those, I don't think, if you make these. They're just delicious. They have all the elements of texture, soft, crunchy, chewy, delicious, sweet. What we're gonna need for these is 2 cups of oatmeal. You can see I'm just using Quaker oats, the Quick Minute oats. I'm gonna use 1 cup of sliced almonds. I'm using 1 cup of shredded coconut. I'm using 2/3 cup of honey. I'm gonna use 1/2 cup of chopped dried apricots, 1/2 cup of dried cranberries, about 2 teaspoons of vanilla, just 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of butter that we're gonna melt, and a little bit of kosher salt. That's all we're gonna need. Let's get this party started.
Wait, what? Did you say homemade granola bars?
To get these granola bars started, I'm gonna take 1 cookie sheet and I'm gonna spray it with Pam. And I'm just gonna pour on this shredded coconut, the 1 cup of almonds, and the oatmeal. And I'm just gonna mix this with my hands real well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna toast this in the oven to get it ready for the granola bars. Oops. Ooh, it smells really nice and nutty and toasty. I love coconut. Love it. So I'm gonna put this baking sheet in the oven. The oven's been on, it's at 350. And it'll take about between 10 and 15 minutes for this to start turning brown. I'll look at it every couple of minutes to stir it around a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna get another cookie sheet ready for the actual granola bars. And I'm gonna use parchment paper. This way we're gonna be able to cut it really easily. So what I do is I spray a little Pam on the cookie sheet, and then I cut my parchment paper. I love this parchment paper that has the lines on it. It's so easy to cut and to keep it even. What the Pam does is it keeps the parchment paper in place. See how beautifully that fits. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way, and then I'm gonna move on to the rest of the ingredients in the granola bars. I'm finding that my knife is a little dull, so I'm just gonna take my trusty knife sharpener here and just give my knife a couple of swipes. This is my Rachel Ray knife. It is indispensable in my kitchen. I use this every single day. It's my most used knife, and if you're interested in having one of your own, the link for it will be right in the description of my video. Just click on the name of the video, and you'll see the link there right in the description. This has been in the oven for just about 3 minutes. I'm just giving it a good stir. It is starting to brown just a little bit around the edges. You don't want to burn it. So I'll get this back in the oven for a couple more minutes. Okay, I'm melting the 1/3 cup of butter in this little saucepan. And then I'm gonna add to it the 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Turn it down a little bit. We just have it on a medium heat. I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm gonna need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I love the taste of vanilla. So here's 1, we'll put 2 in. 1, 2. Turn this down a little bit. If your burner ever gets too warm, you're afraid something's gonna burn, just lift it up off the heat for a moment and then go right back to it. I'm also gonna put in here 2/3 cup of honey. This is my 1/3 cup here. Okay, I'm just adding the second 1/3 of a cup to my gooey mixture here. This is gonna make all that oatmeal mixture stick together and make these gorgeous granola bars. I'm just gonna bring this to a boil. I'll let it cook for about a minute, and then it will be ready for the oatmeal mixture. So I ended up leaving this oatmeal mixture in the oven for about 15 minutes. You can tell when it's ready when the edges start turning brown, and my kitchen smells so beautifully toasty, nutty. That's when you know it's ready. So now that it's cooled for a few minutes, I'm pouring this oatmeal mixture into a nice big mixing bowl. This is my Rachel Ray mixing bowl, one of them. I love this bowl so much. These Rachel Ray bowls are indispensable to me. If you're interested in having one for yourself, the link for it is right in the description of this video. Comes in many different colors. I saw a purple one to die for. Purple is my favorite color. That's the next one I'll be ordering. What I'm gonna do next here now is I'm taking that butter mixture that we heated up on the stove. Gonna give it one more stir here. And then I'm gonna add my dried fruit to it. My cranberries and my apricots. Gonna give this a good stir. Oh, yum, yum, yum. You won't believe how good these granola bars taste. Now I'm gonna just pour this over my oatmeal mixture here. And it'll take me a couple of minutes to make sure that every bit of that oatmeal and the nuts are all covered with this mixture. I'll be right back when I get it all mixed together. So I turned the oven down to 300 when I took the oats out of the oven because I want the oven temperature to be just 300 when I bake these. It took me just a couple of minutes, an easy stirring process here to moisten every bit of this goodness in here. You can see that everything is a little bit congealing kind of with the butter mixture. What I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna dump this out onto my prepared parchment paper cookie dish, cookie pan. Just gonna pour it out of here carefully. And then what I'm gonna do is, so it doesn't stick to your hands, I have a bowl of water here, and I'm just gonna moisten my hands so it doesn't stick too much. And I'm gonna press this down into a nice rectangular mixture for the oven. You wanna make sure that the mixture is even on the pan. This is what you're gonna cut your granola bars out of. So I'm just forming it into a nice, somewhat of a rectangle, and pressing it down onto the baking dish. I wish I could take a bite of this now. Just so crunchy, sweet, and delicious. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands off and I'm gonna put this into the oven. It's gonna take about 30 minutes. As soon as it starts to brown around the edges, it's ready. And I'll show you what they look like when they're done. These granola bars are ready to slice now. My house smells heavenly. They took about 26 minutes in the oven, and let me show you how they look when they're sliced. Oh, hi. How you doing, man? What's up?
I'm doing some work in the garage, and I can't help but not smelling this wonderful aroma. And I know we're not having lunch for at least another half hour. I need something now.
All right, you're in luck.
Thanks.
You're in luck. I've got a beautiful granola bar here for you.
All right.
Let me cut one for myself. Give that a try. See what you think.
Oh, I will.
Maybe you can guess everything that's in there. Let's see. Ooh. Can you guess any of the ingredients? Yum.
Okay, the first two that come to mind are honey, coconut.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm.
I was just going to show them how I'm going to wrap these. You know, because they're fresh and homemade, they're not going to stay as fresh as you normally would when you buy a granola bar at the store. Those you can keep in the pantry for months. This, not so much. So you want to keep them as fresh as you can. So what I do is I wrap every single one individually in saran wrap like this, and then I put it into a nice container, Tupperware container. Okay, I'm just going to finish wrapping up these granola bars. If you've liked what you've seen today, please subscribe to my page. Just click on subscribe underneath the video. And remember, you eat with your eyes first, so you might as well make it beautiful. See you next time.